Hey everyone, I'm Mike from the ParkProdigy.com, and on today's video we are talking about 5 things you might be missing when you visit Universal Orlando Resort. And that's because most guests sprint straight to the Jurassic World VelociCoaster or Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, but they are walking past some of the best experiences in all of the parks. And that's why on today's video I'm going to be revealing 5 things you're likely missing, including overlooked attractions, deep Wizarding World of Harry Potter secrets, and must-dos at the brand new Epic Universe Park that I think you need to visit and do on your next family vacation. And you'll see number 1 on this list, Universal has already teased us that they're probably going to be doing a massive overhaul, and you might not ever be able to experience this again if you don't do it this year. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I'm about to break down 5 things you're probably missing on your next Universal Orlando vacation that I don't think you should be. I think you need to be doing all of these 5 things if you are visiting Universal Orlando in 2026 and beyond. And I'm starting with number 5, and I would say I was hesitant to put this on the list, but I think because of how much I've been reading on Facebook, but then also between, kind of the feedback I get from our clients at the Park Prodigy, I wanted to kind of just touch base on it, mention it, and I think number 5 is people are skipping Epic Universe, and they might be skipping it just because of what you read on Facebook. And I get it. You've seen posts, everyone's talking about long waits, confusing crowds, a few operational hiccups in the early days, and maybe you've seen that it just flat out wasn't worth it. But here's the truth. I think Epic Universe is one of the most ambitious theme parks ever built, and I literally was just in Walt Disney World on Sunday with my wife, and I overheard a family saying Epic Universe was the most beautiful park they have ever seen, specifically because of how this park comes to life at night. And so because of that, I do feel like if you are going to Universal Orlando, it's worth the visit. Now, will you have the absolute perfect day with, no hiccups or anything like that? I can't promise that, but that's kind of just what comes with planning a theme park vacation. And what I would say is with the right game plan, it absolutely can be a great day no matter what. And I think the most important thing is you're making memories with your family. And so some of the things that I personally think that you would be missing out on if you didn't at least go to Epic Universe on your Universal Orlando vacation is number 1, Monsters Unchained. I just did an Instagram video and I spoke about how you shouldn't skip this ride, and I'm doubling down on it. If you sort of read that Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, it has a similar ride system to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and you're skipping it because of that, what I would say is I personally do not go on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey because I get extreme motion sickness on that ride. I have not gotten motion sickness or felt nausea on Monsters Unchained. I think it's one of the best and most clever queues and pre-show experience, pre-ride experience, I should say, that we have gotten in an Orlando theme park in over 20 years easily, and I think it's simply a must-do on any Universal Orlando vacation. Not only that, from a show standpoint, you also have the Untrainable Dragon Show, which is the live-action show in the Isle of Berk, which features soaring dragons and real live stunts that bring the How to Train Your Dragon films to life. And I'm not just saying soaring dragons because it's clever. I actually mean there are flying dragons in this show, and the use of new technology. And, I think there's something for everyone, especially fans of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. I also have to touch base on the character meet and greets, which I think are very clever. So, of course, the most popular one is going to be the Toothless meet and greet, but Universal also announced with the upcoming Super Mario Brothers movie coming out, we actually have Yoshi, a Yoshi meet and greet in Epic Universe right now at this point in time. And that's on top of the already very popular Super Nintendo characters such as Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess Peach. And then there are some really other, sort of clever ones that I enjoy, which is going to be you get to meet Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein. And then also one of the things for my adults visiting Universal Orlando is even if you're not going over to Epic Universe, a kind of sort of hidden tip and trick within the tip and trick would be the rooftop bar over at Bar Helios, which has amazing views of Epic Universe. And it's also one of the best spots in the entire resort to catch the Cosmos Fountain Show. So that's later at night when the park does come to life and everything's lit up, like I said. So that is number 5. Moving over to number 4, and we're jumping from Epic Universe over to my Harry Potter fans who are visiting Universal Orlando. And here, what I would say is don't miss out on all of the hidden details that go into all 3 of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter lands at this point in time. So if you are planning a Universal Orlando trip specifically for Harry Potter, I would say do your research and understand and give yourself some extra time to really explore the lands because all of them have hidden details. So yes, of course, there are some amazing rides, but after the rides, grab yourself a butter beer and then go and explore. And some of the things that I personally enjoy the most are going to be right outside of Diagon Alley. You can call the Ministry of Magic. So find the red telephone booth right outside the London area and you can dial 62442, which is just magic. And you'll get a direct message directly from the Ministry of Magic. You can also look up at 12 Grimwald Place. This is also right outside of Diagon Alley. And if you stand outside the house of Sirius Black and watch the second floor window, every few minutes you'll see Creature, the house elf, peek out from behind the curtains. I also would say if you are visiting specifically for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I personally feel like you will have a lot of fun with the interactive wands. And one of the cool things that you don't want to miss out on is that there are secret interactive wand spots that aren't marked on the official maps. So for a lot of these hidden locations, you do need to take your map within the Nocturne Alley area of Diagon Alley under one of the black lights, and you'll see the hidden spell locations. And I actually have a full dedicated video on every single Wizarding World of Harry Potter secret that you do not want to miss out on. So definitely be sure to go check out that video if you feel like this is something that you can't miss. Okay, moving over to number 3, and this one is a great one for families visiting with young kids, but also for, kind of just guests who just want to get out of the hot Florida sun for a little bit or entertain themselves for a little bit, not standing on a line. And that would be visit Camp Jurassic over in Islands of Adventure. It's not just a kid's playground. Most guests take one look at the rope bridges and write this off as a kid's sort of area and playground, but it's actually one of the most sprawling and immersive adventure areas in all of Universal. And it is really enjoyable if you are a Jurassic Park fan. So this place is massive. It's multi-level. There are deep caves, hidden waterfalls, and the whole network of passages that essentially most guests just walk right past as they're on their way either from the VelociCoaster or to the VelociCoaster. And you'll see the amber caves are lit in an orange glow with fossilized mosquitoes embedded in the walls, a direct nod to the original plot of the 1993 film Jurassic Park. And overall, I just feel like it captures the nostalgic feel of the Jurassic Park movies, the original movies, better than almost anywhere else in the world. And I would also say if you are into this, if you're into Jurassic Park, you want to kind of team this tip and trick up with the Raptor meet and greet, which is also another really, really fun experience within Islands of Adventure that you might not know about. Okay, but moving along over to number 2, and this one might surprise you, but I would say try to eat in Seuss Landing. And this one's growing on me, and if you asked me a couple years ago, this wouldn't have been on any of my tips and tricks or lists. But Seuss Landing has actually become one of the best foods in all of Universal Orlando. They have an upgraded menu, specifically over in Circus McGurkus, and I really think that it's something that has a little bit to eat for everyone. And sort of the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, of course, it's located in Seuss Landing, which is more of a kid-friendly aesthetic. A lot of guests without young kids are probably just going to walk straight through this land. But I think that's a big mistake, as it has a lot of really cool snacks and you'll see a lot of new good menu items. So the first would be you can grab the Who Hash at Green Eggs and Ham, which is one of the most popular food stops in the entire resort. And this is definitely going to be one of the most popular things that they do here, and that is going to be the tots. But what I really have been leaning towards and what I really enjoy these past couple of trips that I've had to Universal is going to be over in Circus McGurkus, which just got a serious menu revamp. So we're talking poke bowls with spicy mayo, rice noodles, edamame, cucumbers. We also have a bacon cheeseburger with caramelized onion aioli on a brioche bun with crinkle cut fries. You also have a miso salmon with quinoa vegetables on the side. And you have a loaded all beef hot dog dressed with Fritos, honey barbecue twist, cheddar cheese sauce, jalapeno, barbecue, and crinkle cut fries on the side. I guess the burger and the hot dog definitely are your more so theme park food, but as you can see, they definitely are elevated. And one of the things I would say here too, one of my hidden gems within sort of Seuss Landing is around the Universal holiday season. So specifically Grinchmas. I really enjoy the Grinch meet and greet. They have a character breakfast with the Grinch and the Who's, and this is exclusive during Grinchmas, but it's in Circus McGurkus. And again, I've been very, very pleasantly surprised and I've enjoyed the food. And of course, the Grinch character meet and greet is really, really something Universal does so well. Okay, but over to number one and something I don't think you should miss, especially if you're visiting in 2026, because it might be the last time you can ever see this show in its current form, and that would be seeing the Universal's horror makeup show. And so this show has been running since the early days of Universal Studios Florida. It's tucked away in the theater on Hollywood Boulevard, and I feel like it often just gets ignored in, favor of the high volume tech rides such as Transformers or The Mummy. But one of the things I really love about this show is it's part comedy show, part, gore gag, and it also has movie history of all of the horror movies that really made Universal sort of what it is. And that's why, we have Dark Universe in Epic Universe, because Universal really has the IP for so many of the original horror movies. But I also have to give a huge shout out to the Universal Orlando team members that do the live sort of jokes and the improvised performances of the show. Every show is sort of different in that way where you're getting new jokes. The audience is sort of playing in and being a part of the show as well. And it's just something that I really, really always enjoy when I'm at Universal. And like I said, Universal actually teased us that there is going to be a massive overhaul of this show sometime in 2026, where there is going to be a change to the original show. Now, of course, with that said, it sounds like, we will have a version of the horror makeup show. But like I said, this is going to be one of the very last times you could see sort of this version. So if you are a Universal Orlando fan and you didn't know that, you definitely might want to hit the parks up before end of 2026. Or if this is your first time at Universal Orlando, you can say, hey, I did one of the original sort of shows that has been going on for a very, very long time. But that is it, everyone. This was just a fun little video on 5 things I think you should never miss over at Universal Orlando Resort. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip and you need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. As a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of the video, I actually do have a special promo code you can go use on our website, The Park Prodigy, to save an extra $50 off your next Universal Orlando vacation package, and that promo code is going to be MAGIC50. And if you already have your Universal Orlando vacation package booked, but you found my videos and this video helpful, if you do want to contribute in any way, I actually am raising money for a great organization, No Kid Hungry, down here in Orlando, where they do raise money to make sure that every kid has food on their plate at the end of the night. You can go and you can donate $1, $5, anything helps, and I really appreciate all the support you all have given us over at the Park Prodigy, and this is just my way to try to give back in some way. So thank you all so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.